Hey guys, welcome back to Toy Tengoku, and as you can see, we have changed location. It's very different in here, huh?
Yeah.
This is all thanks to David. He put this together for us. We're still in HLJ, of course, but we've just commandeered this room, taken it as our own.
Literally all of this stuff is just things that were lying around either my house or upstairs, and so I had some spare shelves. We had some spare toys.
And this is, of course, going to be given away at some point, but not this episode.
Really? I thought she was going to be there. And
no, you can't keep her.
We have, what else do we have? We've got one of our team members, Yoshi's.
Yes, we've got Pikachu, we've got Zootopia,
the new
Star Wars
android, yeah.
The Rain android from Star Wars, and we've got some amazing Yamaguchi figures up there. So
yeah,
pretty cool.
Maybe it'll change weekly. We don't know. It depends what we can get our hands on.
What we can sneak downstairs.
Yeah, exactly.
On this episode, we're taking a look at Kasumi from Dead or Alive. This says it's the C2 version. This is from Dead or Alive 5, to be specific, last round.
Yeah.
I used to play fighting games quite a lot. I mean, when I was growing up, I did a ton of Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat.
I was all about Soul Calibur for me.
Really? and like, I kind of grew out of them a bit, but I do remember like playing a lot of the Naruto
yeah, actually,
fighting games.
Downloaded them recently. They were on like some Xbox sale, and so I downloaded pretty much the whole collection.
Yeah,
because
really?
they look like the actual animation. It looks like you're playing an episode of the anime.
You mean the cell shading?
Yeah. It's cool.
The new Dragon Ball game that came out recently also looks really amazing. I'd like to try that out.
Yeah.
But anyway, so today we're taking a look at Kasumi. And this is probably one of the sexiest figmas I've ever seen from Max Factory.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I'm interested to see what she looks like out of the box.
Yeah, let's take a look.
All right, so here she is, Kasumi from Dead or Alive 5. We'll just take a quick look at the packaging because it's not much. There's not much to it. It's just your simple Figma packaging. Though this one's got a little blemish on her face. Looks like when they printed it, there was a piece of dirt on the package. Anyways, so you can see her nice rack there. Just kind of a nice close-up shot. And here we can see some of her poses. One of the specialties of this Figma is that you can recreate like this pose she makes in the game, so we'll try to do that. Here's just another shot of showing off the emblem on her back.
I've got to say, I find it really useful when they print like the different cool poses you can do.
Right.
Sometimes you just don't know what parts to put where.
I know, right? Anyway, so let's crack it open. So, there she is right out of the package, and we've got a lot of spare parts down here that I'm going to take off real quick. This is just a bag for keeping your spare parts in, and that's the instruction manual, and then we've got spare hands and her Figma stand, which we will definitely need for putting her up, because she is kind of top heavy, if you haven't noticed. All right, so there she is right out of the packaging. As usual, we have protective plastic here around her neck and waist joint, as well as her sword. So this looks like tape, but it's just kind of a slightly sticky plastic. And then we can just pull this out. So much plastic.
What type of plastic? I can see quite a lot of plastic at the front there.
So here she is. She's super cute. I like her little smile, and she comes with one other expression, which looks a little...
meh face.
No, it's more like a curious look, I would say. A curious glance. Anyways, so... as you can see, there's not much to her outfit, but that's the point, isn't it? Because she's not wearing a whole lot so that you can enjoy the skin. So, just do a quick 360. As you can see, there's her face and bust. The stockings, shoes, nice little details in the folds, creases of the fabric. There's the emblem on her back.
It says
With
God
kanji.
again. Tenchin nantoka nantoka.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother with that. There's her sword, which has this nice little tassel on the end there that comes off. Let's just look at her joints as we do this. So this part is made of a pretty flexible plastic, so you can easily pose her
Recreate
with her
those
legs up.
kick-ass moves.
Yep. So of course this is a fighting game, so what you're going to want to do is pose her in those
Hi-ya.
high kicks, etc. On the box, let's see.
Oh god, she can really go high.
Yeah. So there we have the high kick. I'm not sure I've quite got this.
They
So
probably
basically-
twisted it a bit more round, I guess.
So what I'm noticing here is that, there's a lot of empty space in the waist hip portion, and that's just to give you more freedom to pose her. It's a little jarring if you just look at it
Yeah.
like this.
But I guess the
But
cape and
the-
her little shawl.
Yeah,
will cover
her dress covers it for the most part. It's not as noticeable unless you did what
Unless
I
you-
just did. She can easily even sit down thanks to this system they've used here. And the legs come off because there is a separate waist piece here. This
For
is
one of
to
our
recreate the pose we
famous
showed
moves.
you.
It's just-
So let's just... So the leg easily goes on to this other waist piece. You can see it's her leaning over there like that with the knee slightly bent. And so let's get the other leg off. I think it's fairly easy to do this swap. Seems pretty sturdy, and it didn't take much effort to get it off the other peg. So there we have both legs together, and you can see they've sculpted the skirt piece to allow for that movement of her bending over.
And the whole head comes off as well. So here we have the other headpiece.
Okay, so there you go. You can see this other hair piece just has her hair falling over her shoulder like that. So she's kind of just smiling up at you as she leans over in a slightly, what do you call this, coy?
I call it clumsy.
Clumsy. She is obviously,
Trying to allure people in and then kick their ass.
yes, that is what I was going for. She comes with a separate hand to look like she's grabbing at her stocking, but I think it looks kind of cute with the open palm too. It kind of more looks, instead of like she's adjusting her stocking, as she's just dragging her arm her hand slowly up her thigh, in kind of a seductive pose. So yeah, it's really easy to recreate this pose, and I imagine a lot of fans of Kasumi will try to recreate this, since you don't really pose figures too much after you
Yeah.
take them out of the box and set them on your shelf. So it's nice to have something like this where you can easily recreate a pose without too much effort on your part to match what's on the back of the box. Her sword can be posed in her hand, as we see here. Does that mean it's... Oh, here it is. So here's the sword part. So on her back, this is the just sheath version. And then she comes with another sheath that actually has the sword hilt inside of it.
Oh, and you can
rather-
change them. Yeah.
Rather than this just coming out of the hilt.
Oh,
This one is literally just a hilt. And
But these can be interchanged.
sheath.
Like so.
Right. It almost looks like it can fit in, but it
Yeah.
cannot. I think my only critique of this is that I wish she came with more expressions, because I feel like as a fighter she should have more of, not a yell, but some type of action pose. You can see even on the box when they have her in this high kick, she's just got her standard expression on.
So where do these parts go? Are they on the other body, or can you affix them to this one as well?
The tassels.
Yeah.
Those are for the end of the sword.
Oh, okay.
Where'd it go? Yeah.
Oh, it's 'cause
So there's just a little nib on the end of the sword, and these just hook onto it.
Gotcha.
So you've got one for each version of the sword. So of course she also comes with hands for holding the sword if you want to have her in a more action pose. And that's about it. But yeah, I do wish she had another expression to match the action poses, but that's alright because she's super cute. Hey! There we go.
この戦いには絶対に勝つ。いつまで続くの？あなたに私は倒せない。さよなら。
So that was the lovely Kasumi. She's got a simple outfit, but tons of posability to make up for it, and a lot of detail going on.
Figma.
So as we mentioned at the beginning of the episode, we're not giving away Gwendolyn today. That'll be next week, so stay tuned for that. But how can they win Kasumi?
Well, they can comment on hobbylink.tv on this episode, and then we will select one of those comments randomly, and that person will win the prize.
So you can comment on YouTube if you like. We always read and appreciate your comments, but you have to enter on HobbyLink TV to get in on the giveaway.
And we would like you to also click the bell and like and subscribe. You know, I'm psychic, so I can tell if the winner has or has not. And if they have not, then I just disregard them.
Oh my God.
Somehow. Anyways,
be sure also to complete your HobbyLink TV registration because we're still seeing those black names.
Yeah.
If the name isn't, what is it, orange?
We can't.
We can't click and contact you.
So make sure you do that.
You are eliminated from the giveaway if your name is not orange.
I would not want to be eliminated from this round.
Right?
Whoa. But yeah, so Lindsay, how can they find us?
Well, you see, David, you can find us at hlj.com and any of our social media networks. That's Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. Links to all of those are on the top of our homepage. And we look forward to seeing you on any of those channels. We post just about every day, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So check it out and stay tuned for the next episode.
Yep, we'll see you next time.